Two ex-stars of Canal 4 laundry soap Hollyoaks could be jetting out to LA if their brief movie lands an Oscar appointment on Tuesday. Rachel Shenton, 30, play the laundry soap's imitator Wagmitsi E. Miniver for 3 years of 2010. The reality she dinkle her at first behalf in 3ES told all how necessary to be named on the nature. At the identical period Chris Overton, 28, play former footballer rotated cell soldier Liam McAllister. In such days the just nominations how they were in the fleeing for were of the TV Fast Awards kind. How has all modified? Their movie, The Quiet Kid, tells the history of a deeply blind 4-year-old Lady Libby. She lives a quiet lifetime before a public employee, played by Rachel, teaches her how to talk via mark tongue. Rachel, who is of Drown-on-Trent, was encouraged to compose the movie since of her own household's expertise. While she was 12 her dad went blind following reception treat for chemo. Same object is really shut to my cardiac, she says. My dad lived the recent 2 year of his lifetime deeply blind, so how gave me the pulse to find out mark tongue and I really rapidly bring down in loving in it and the blind society. Her answer was to be a skilled UK mark tongue translator and envoy for the domestic blind families community. As my participation grew I saw the unnecessary struggles how blind family person via a absence of knowledge on hearing loss. One statistical how especially stunned Rachel is shown at screen at the end of the movie. 78% of high school aged blind family visit main schools out of reception any expert regulation. He's a quiet invalidity, you can see it and he's not lifetime menacing, she explains. So except he's affected yours lifetime in several way you wouldn't though believe on he. It was her young man Chris Overton, of Staffordshire, who emboldened her to compose a scenario on the question. The outcome was The Quiet Kid, that he aimed. They both have coordinated how for the sake of genuineness, the name part had to be played by a kid who was deeply blind and could use mark tongue. A national searching implicated advertisement on the websites of blind organizations and later the auditioning of 100 Family, Up they found their celebrity, Maisie Cunning, 6, who had never acted up. Her household had newly relocated 160 miles of Plymouth to Swindon, so Maisie could visit a main high school wherever blind family are backed. Meeting in the high school public library, in Rachel operating as her mark tongue translator, Maisie explainable which it was love for her on kit. It was difficult job since occasionally I had to movie things once again and once again. Operating had never been in vanity, but while she was said on the portion, it was thing she was established to do. I requested to show human beings how blind family can do whatever. Chris went to large lengths to do certainly he could talk in his celebrity, training main UK mark tongue. Maisie doesn't say my tongue and I don't say her, so I learned all of her channel in mark tongue and as lot main mark tongue as I could, since we wouldn't include had a movie if I couldn't speak her which to do. Managing her was my favorite bit of the entire trial. The Quiet Kid won top brief movie at the Genus Isle World Fest in August, that intended it could be introduced for the Oscars. Later in December they were said how it had been choose for the definitive 10 in the Dwell activity brief class. On Tuesday they discover out if they include been designated for the Oscars. Though mention the makes Rachel frown in nerves, we've heard of such someone been designated up fair which how speech can indicate in the production as filmmakers yet as well in which we are hard to reach in promotion mark tongue, it would indicate a many. A appointment would save them 4 persons tickets for the Oscars, that would go to Rachel, Chris, Maisie and her mother. Rachel and Chris are coming the ad in a mix of emotion and dreadful. I might include to go to the gym for he, laughs Rachel. Mossy is fully unfazed although. About, she says and nods her chief, I believe we're departure to go to the Oscars.